Now, Prajwal Revanna, Karnataka MP and JDS leader, who's currently embroiled in a controversy after leaked explicit videos allegedly showing him sexually assaulting multiple women, in his first response has said truth will prevail. The grandson of former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda and Hassan MP said that he has informed the Criminal Investigation Department that he is currently not in Bangalore but will join the probe soon. A case of sexual harassment and stalking, remember, has been lodged against him and his father. The Karnataka government's also formed a special investigation team. While the BJP has hit out at the Congress government, where Home Minister Amit Shah has in fact alleged that it was the Congress government which allowed him to fly out of the country. Now, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has in fact countered Home Minister Amit Shah on that. If I can just put out that post on X, which has been posted by Siddaramaiah just a short while back, where the Chief Minister in fact said, questions the centre's women's safety record, rakes up several issues. For example, if I can just read out from some portion of it in which he has said that Olympian girls were harassed by a BJP MP and that it was the centre which allowed women athletes to sit in protest on streets of Delhi for weeks. He also mentions, can we forget how rapist convicts of Bilkis Bano in the Bilkis Bano case were released on parole by the Gujarat BJP government. And Siddaramaiah ends his post by saying women of the nation know the truth.
कर्नाटक में सरकार किनकी है? कांग्रेस पार्टी के लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की जिम्मेदारी उनकी है. कई महीनों से उनको मालूम था, मगर जब तक वोकल लीग का वोटिंग समाप्त नहीं हुआ, इन्होंने इनको नहीं पकड़ा, भाग जाने दिया. जिम्मेदारी अगर किसी की है तो कर्नाटक के मुख्यमंत्री, गृह मंत्री और उप मुख्यमंत्री की है.
Oh my God! It is eyewash. What is the meaning of suspension in JDS party? The family, all suspension, they are not. It is only to show that what Mr. Kumaraswamy said one day earlier, what he said next day. It is all. There is a lot of changes here. No question of. No one accepts it. No one believes it. You ask anyone in the streets of Karnataka whether you believe that Mr. X has been suspended. No one will agree in Karnataka.
Right, shifting focus now to another one of our top stories, and the Telangana Chief Minister Revanna Reddy has sought more time from Delhi police in the Amit Shah doctored video case after a fake video of the Home Minister had gone viral. The video was allegedly shared by the official X handle of Telangana Congress, leading to the Chief Minister being summoned. But his lawyers have told NDTV that Revanna Reddy had nothing to do with the tweet being posted, with the post being put out by the Congress handle, which was apparently operated by other people in the party.
Telangana Chief Minister Revanna Reddy has sought 4 weeks' time to appear before the Delhi police after he was issued a notice to appear on Wednesday morning. His lawyers have informed the investigators that he does not own or manage the Twitter handle mentioned by them.
It was a 91 notice which was issued to Mr. Revanna Reddy in the capacity of a witness to submit the mobile or the device and tell about the source from which the alleged video has been shared.
What was the reply filed by you?
So he does not use that Twitter handle. It is not his Twitter handle.
Revanna Reddy, who is also Telangana Congress chief, has been named star campaigner by the Congress party and in that capacity will be busy with campaign for the forthcoming parliament elections, he has told the Delhi police. The FIR was booked after the Union Home Ministry complained that an election rally speech of Amit Shah last Tuesday, declaring that Muslim quota would be scrapped, had been distorted to create a fake video that said the BJP would scrap reservation for SC, ST and OBC.
इस देश का प्रधानमंत्री, गृह मंत्री बहुत बड़ा जिम्मेदारी आदमी है, देश को चलाने वाले नेता लोग हैं, क्योंकि 13 साल मुख्यमंत्री था नरेंद्र मोदी जी और 10 साल प्रधानमंत्री, गृह मंत्री भी बहुत सारे सालों से राजनीति में है. तो ये लोग ऐसा आदत हो गई कि हर किसी को हम डरा सकते, धमका सकते, हम चुनाव जीतने के लिए हम सब कुछ कर सकते.
The Hyderabad Cybercrime Police have also filed a case after a complaint by BJP leaders. 4 others, issued summons to appear by the Delhi police, have also sought 2 weeks' time to study the URL and other information shared by Delhi police. With Ghazali, In Hyderabad, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
Now, the row over quota does not seem to be dying down this election season. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor has now countered BJP's quota charge against Congress. Speaking exclusively to NDTV's Vasudha Venugopal, Tharoor said that there's no mention of inheritance tax in the Congress manifesto and that Muslim quota is not on Congress's agenda.
Dr. Tharoor, it's been more than 20 days since Congress Party's manifesto had been released, and BJP leaders are talking about it every day. So
without reading it, they're talking about things that are not in it.
Yes, while you say that they're possibly reading a manifesto written by a ghost, they are saying that this is a fight to protect India from ideas, dangerous ideas that are being presented by the Congress Party in the garb of solutions. I wanted to ask you something like an economic redistribution or an X-ray.
Where is the word economic redistribution in the manifesto? Look,
Absolutely.
I'm in the manifesto committee. There is no such phrase in the manifesto.
Even for that matter, a census. Do you think the manifesto leaves some grey areas that have left it open to interpretation?
Not at all. Every charge the BJP has applied is completely concocted by the BJP's propaganda machinery. They have talked about people snatching gold and Mangal Sutras. Yeah. There is no reference to any of this. They've talked about the inheritance tax. There is no reference to any of this. None of these issues are even discussed, by the way, in the manifesto committee. The only issue that they have drawn attention to is Rahul Gandhi using the word X-ray. Yeah. But that has not been coming into your house and opening your cupboards. What Rahul Gandhi said very clearly is an X-ray gives you a picture, an accurate picture of what's going on inside your body. Similarly, we need an X-ray to find out what's going on inside our country. Caste census is simply to identify caste because, as you know, in every state government and the central government, some benefits are given or withheld depending on your caste affiliation. Therefore, knowing the real numbers in any case makes sense. If you're making policies that give benefits to caste, you may as well know what you're talking about. Secondly, we've said it should be a socio-economic caste census. In other words, we should correlate what people are earning with what they've got in terms of a caste affiliation. For example, if there is a correlation between Dalits and poverty, if more Dalits are below the poverty line, for argument's sake, then you really need to make an effort to have targeted policies to benefit Dalits. If you find Adivasis are disproportionately below the poverty line, you should do the same thing. And so it goes.
Right.
My argument with all of this is that this is a process that will have to be embarked upon.
Yeah.
It is not at this stage anything more than a diagnosis. An X-ray is used for diagnosing.
Yes.
The prescription has not been made until you've done the diagnosis.
Absolutely.
Why is the BJP inventing an imaginary prescription of wealth redistribution and ascribing it to the Congress?
Okay.
All we're talking about is let's have an accurate picture of what's going on. That's a diagnosis. It is not a prescription. If you object to the diagnosis, tell us why.
Right.
Why is it you don't want to know what the caste distribution is in the country? Why is it you don't want to know who's poor in this country?
There's one more objection that they've been talking about, which is the Muslim quotas. They've said that
There is no Muslim quota.
But today the Prime Minister said that will the Congress Party come forward and announce that it will not have Muslim quotas in future? Now that I know
Look,
is a...
Let me say very clearly, this is a manifesto for a party fighting the Lok Sabha election. At the national level, there never has been a quota based on religion for any community. Some states, and I think I know particularly which one the Prime Minister is thinking about, have decided that Muslims can be classified as OBC in those states.
Yes, Karnataka.
And no, it's not just Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, there are other places where some categories of Muslims are deemed to be OBCs. That is entirely, still only an OBC reservation.
Okay.
But under the OBC, the number of castes listed, and it so happens in some states, Muslims are counted like an OBC caste. That is something which has been non-controversial in those states. Why the Prime Minister wants to make a bogey of it, we don't know, because this is a national election, it's not a state assembly election. If he had to make an issue of it, he should have made an issue of it in the Karnataka assembly. He didn't do so. He could have made an issue in the Kerala assembly. He didn't do so, or Tamil Nadu assembly. But this is not a federal policy. It's not a union government policy. And our manifesto is written for the union government. We haven't mentioned this anywhere.
Twist in the Salman Khan firing case. 32-year-old Anuj Thapan, one of the accused in the case, died in police custody. As per the police, Anuj Thapan went to the washroom in the police lockup and took the extreme step. He allegedly hung himself in bathroom using a blanket. Maharashtra CID is probing the alleged suicide. A case of accidental death has been filed, but the deceased family has alleged it's a murder by the police.
उसको 6-7 दिन पहले वो संगरूर से मुंबई पुलिस उठा के ले गई थी जी. उन्होंने हमको एक दिन बाद फ़ोन किया कि हम उठा के ले आए हैं, सलमान खान के घर जो फायरिंग हुई है उसमें इसका हाथ है। फिर आज फ़ोन आया हमको कि अनुज ने सुसाइड कर लिया है, पर वो सुसाइड करने वाला नहीं था जी। उसका कत्ल किया गया, वो उसको मारा गया पुलिस वालों ने। आए जी इंसाफ मिलना चाहिए।
The Salman Khan house firing case has definitely taken a different turn. Too many twists and turns at this point. An unfortunate incident of one of the accused dying in custody. The police say it's suicide. Of course, that is a matter of investigation. As far as sequence of events are concerned, like you said, yes, this happened at 11 a.m. The accused went to the washroom with a piece of cloth where he hung himself. Later, he was taken to the hospital where he was declared dead. And now at this point, state CID is conducting investigation. Parallelly, another police station, which is close to where the Mumbai Police Crime Branch is, has filed an accidental death report. So parallel investigation happening. Witnesses will be questioned to understand the sequence of events leading up to his death. Was he under any sort of duress? Was he tortured? Was he harassed? What his mental frame of mind was? All that will be part of investigation. At this point, Panchanama happening, ADR, as I said, registered. Witnesses, especially those 4 to 5 police officials who were supposed to secure that area, will be questioned. The inmates who were present at the time, there were at least about 10 inmates in that particular lockup. Remember, he was in police custody. He was being interrogated for the last many days as far as this entire high-profile Salman Khan house firing incident is concerned. So was he under any sort of pressure? All that is a matter of investigation. Post-mortem report is also being awaited at this point.
News now from the national capital, and the NSG conducted mock drill in and around the parliament to counter any terror threat. NSG commandos flew parachutes, conducted aerial survey near the parliament. NSG also demonstrated their capabilities, showcasing how they would tackle an emergency scenario. Remember, the drill is happening in the backdrop of increased security for the Israeli mission. We'll head into a short break at this point. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. Now, around 300 student protesters have been arrested from the New York University campus in the latest face-off between cops and pro-Palestine student protesters. In fact, the university has asked New York police officials to stay on campus till May 17th.
As pro-Palestine protests continue to grip Columbia University, police have stormed the administrative building occupied by students on 1st May. Armed with riot gear and zip ties, they have arrested dozens of students. University authorities called in NYPD forces after protesters seized Hamilton Hall the previous day and remained adamant on their demands. As a final measure, the university has threatened to expel protesting students. It has begun suspending students who refuse to vacate encampments after the deadline. Negotiations to reach a deal between the administration and protesters have failed. University spokesperson Ben Chang outlined the consequences in his statement.
Now, students occupying the building face expulsion. Protesters in the encampment were informed that their participation violated numerous university policies. We gave everyone in the encampment the opportunity to leave peacefully. By committing to abide by university policies, they would be allowed to complete the semester. Students who did not commit to the terms we offered are suspended. Those students will be restricted from all academic and recreational spaces and may only access their individual residence. Seniors will be ineligible to graduate.
The building occupation began on 30th April night when students of Columbia University broke windows and entered Hamilton Hall. There, they unfurled a banner reading Hind's Hall, symbolically dedicating the building as memoriam to a 6-year-old Palestinian child killed in Gaza. Columbia administration called on the police to clear out protesters after they refused to budge after repeated warnings. Despite in-person classes being stopped, many of the protesters have refused to leave campus. The NYPD then broke through the barricades and entered the occupied Hamilton Hall. They took 30 to 40 protesters into custody and arrested several others.
Hamilton Hall is now secure. There is no one else left in the building. The quad is now empty. The only thing that's left is the tents and their property, and that will all be cleared out by the school. I have no reported injuries. No reported injuries. There was no use of tear gas. The NYPD did not use tear gas.
In an address, New York City Mayor Eric Adams said the Hamilton Hall occupation had turned destructive, instigated by outside agitators who were not affiliated with Columbia.
We will always protect the right to protest, but we must balance that right with the right to keep students, the school, and our city safe. We cannot and will not allow what should be a peaceful gathering to turn into a violent spectacle that serves no purpose.
The demands of the protesters are yet to be met. Earlier this week, University President Nemat Minouche Shafiq said that Columbia would not divest from finances in Israel. Instead, she offered to invest in aid for Gaza and make Columbia's direct investment holdings more transparent. While the situation at Columbia was relatively peaceful, the same cannot be said for University of California, Los Angeles. Violence broke out at UCLA encampments between pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli protesters, with physical violence, things being thrown, and fireworks set off. The university has urgently authorized California law enforcement to contain the situation from escalating. Most university protests around the world continue to be peaceful as students keep up the pressure on administrations to divest from Israel. This is Debanjali Biswas for NDTV.
And NDTV today launched a new regional channel, NDTV Marathi, to provide trustworthy news and information to the people of Maharashtra. The launch event was attended by Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis.
A new initiative from NDTV for the people of Maharashtra on Maharashtra Divas. The launch of a new regional channel, NDTV Marathi.
हे आहे NDTV आणि आपण पाहत आहात NDTV Marathi.
The network, which runs some of the top news channels in India, will now empower the Marathi Manus and contribute to the ongoing journey of Maharashtra's progress.
महाराष्ट्र के लिए हर घर का ये एक कंपेलिंग वॉच हो जाए, उसके लिए हमको कुछ ऐसे मुद्दे लेने पड़ेंगे, कुछ ऐसी एडवोकेसीज करनी पड़ेंगी. एनडीटीवी जब से नए मैनेजमेंट के साथ शुरू हुआ तब से ये हमारा उस पर 2 चैनल थे, अब ये हमारा 6था चैनल है.
With a steadfast focus on the forward-looking ethos of new Maharashtra, NDTV Marathi will aim to deliver high-quality and uncluttered journalism, catering to the discerning needs of Maharashtrians. The launch was attended by both Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and many other dignitaries.
म्हणजे आज महाराष्ट्र दिन आहे. 1 मे कामगार जागतिक कामगार दिन आणि महाराष्ट्राची स्थापना झाली अशा दिवशी आपण आज NDTV मराठी वाहिनीचं लॉन्चिंग करताय. ही फार आनंदाची आणि समाधानाची बाब आहे. सकाळीच आम्ही 7 वाजता हुतात्मा स्मारकाला जाऊन आलो, पुष्पचक्र वाहून आलो.
खरं म्हणजे एकच अपेक्षा आहे की कुठल्याही चॅनलने एक बॅलन्स ठेवला पाहिजे. बॅलन्स ठेवणं हे अत्यंत महत्त्वाचं आहे. अजेंडा चालवणं याने मला असं वाटतं की जे अपेक्षित रिझल्ट्स आहेत ते मिळू शकत नाहीत. आणि दुसरं महत्त्वाचं असं आहे की आज सगळ्यात मोठा वानवा जर कशाचा असेल तर तो ओजी कंटेंटचा आहे, ओरिजिनल कंटेंटचा आहे.
In the last financial year, NDTV expanded its presence across consumer segments with the launch of NDTV MPCG, NDTV Rajasthan and NDTV Profit. The new Marathi channel is all set to provide top-notch news to the people of Maharashtra.
And with that, it's a wrap from my side. Keep watching NDTV.